Hey guys, Shave Cave here. Today's not a shave day, today is a how to lather whip tutorial. So this is the first lather whip tutorial I think I've ever had. I had one on Instagram one time with the shaving chick. It really wasn't a tutorial though, it was more just like a demonstration. But I was recently contacted, sorry guys, some of my comments were in my spam, like Nate, the budget shaver, and also others. So if I haven't contacted you or responded to your video, let me see if this is working. If I haven't responded to your video, then sorry about that. So I always, when my comments slow down, I always check my spam, and that usually avails some comments. So in one of these comments, I was contacted by Budget Shaver. How's it going, Budget? And as far as I know, Budget Shaver is the only fella or YouTube shaver who's managed to replicate the lather whip. And so I'm going to leave that link below. And so I do want to acknowledge him. I don't know your name personally, Budget, but I think you've commented on my channel in the past before, but I'm so excited for this because, you know, throughout the summer, demonstrating the lather whip day in or week in, week out on these shave channels, you know, it's like, I'd like to see other people learn it. And so finally someone did. And so Budget Shaver, you know, congratulations on that. So now that the technique has been replicated in the community, which I was expecting it to a lot sooner than it has, I don't know why it hasn't, because it is a little bit challenging. So let's have I'll just have a sort of a beginner's guide to how to lather whip. And that's what this is. So it's not a shave, just gonna talk about the lather whip and how to do it, how I do it. You know, I mean, Budget managed to you know, figure it out, not ambidextrously, but definitely one hand, and so that is so cool. And we'll kind of get into it. All right, I'm going to wet the face. So I used to bowl shave. You know, I definitely bowl shaved for about 2 years, and I just got like I don't want to say bored of it, but it's just like that movement of you know, it just got to be sort of a chore, you know, like to do this and that day in, day out as I was shaving. And so one day I was face lathering, face scrubbing, you know, and I just like, I was just messing around, you know, and I like, whoosh, you know, just like whipped my face. And what I noticed is that there was a little tuft of shave cream there. And so I used to just joke around and just do kind of a down whip, just and then that evolved to like, I wanted to do a down whip. I says, well, I can do an up whip too, you know. And so that's essentially how it came to be, you know, is like you do an up whip and a down whip, up whip, down whip. And at first it was real slow, it was like whoosh, and then whoosh, whoosh, you know. But then after about a year of doing that, you know, it got to be where you just get fast. And so there are some benefits you get to a lather whip that you don't with a bowl or just with scrubbing. Like I started off my channel just scrubbing, you know, and then as you know, I think it was Magic Mike and his crew who started scrubbing like that. So that's, at least that's how I think, you know, you start scrubbing. Then once you get to the scrubbing, you know, you pull the brush back and you start going into a whip. And so it's really confusing to a lot of folks because I don't think a whole lot of people have actually done the lather whip. So I'll try to explain it the best I can. For some of you it'll be easy, for some of you it may be impossible. I don't know. All I know is that this tutorial needs to happen because someone has replicated it. So it's cool. All right, so the thing you got to do with a lather whip is you got to make sure all the shave cream is you know, your brush has to be fully saturated. It should be fully saturated down to the base of the brush. And I like boar brushes because they're stiffer bristles, and this section right here, this like 1.5 inch section holds. That's the secret. That holds the cream. So you'll see when I'm scrubbing, I'm actually working the cream into the base of that knot, getting it really in there. Because essentially what you do from there is once you get the base established on your face, And once you get the shave cream established within this knot, then what you can do is you can put water, dip the tips in water, shake it out, and then you can use that mixture. So that preloaded shave cream that's in here, and then that water that's in there, to then, all you need, so you have all the ingredients in that brush thereafter. So air, soap, and what was it? Oh, the bristles. So as you whip the brush against your face like that, you're going to notice that that force, right here, that force is going to drive the soap, the oxygen mixture, and the water mixture through this like that. And so that's what it is. It's just the whip is a successive pass of the tip of a brush like that. And it's the tops of the tips of this hair right here that create that lather. And so I started thinking, well, if you could do it there, just you can control that. So where I went from here was I was like, all right, well, let's see if I can just keep the lather centrally located. And you'll see if you soak your brush, this is what I would do. Soak your brush, kind of wring it out, and then I would start shaking it like this, and you'll feel it start sprinkling water. That's really what happens. So, I don't know, I just figured it out. So, I started noticing, I first did the whip like this, and I just noticed that cream got everywhere. So I wanted to obviously mitigate that because the technique worked. I just didn't want to spray my mirror full of whipped cream. So I tilted my body 45-degree angles like this. So the direction of the flow of the brush has now gone from this to this. So and the brush is whipping backwards away from the mirror. So you guys will notice that. So all the cream goes, well, on the picture there, down on my foot, and then up there. So completely off camera. So, and then I start here, but I used to start over here. But I learned that when there's a lot of shave cream in the brush, then you want to go down because you don't have to shake it as hard because it's like charged. So as you make your lather, and you're satisfied with the amount of cream that comes out and the consistency and the thickness, then you can move on to the next one, the next side. But you'll find that if you, once you're done making your lather here, you'll start figuring out fast that your shoulder and your wrists, they start kind of getting tired. And so right about here is when I start you start fading. And so that comes into the technique of using your left hand for, being ambidextrous. So we're ambidextrous when it comes to straight razor shaving, right? So I figured, well, for this to be a really successful technique, I really have to figure out how to do it ambidextrously. And so you'll see me, I'll do the lather whip, and then I'll switch hands. Because what it does is it actually gives my hand a break. And so it took me a little while to get proficient at lather whipping on this side. And then as you transition from going down to going up, you'll see that I actually shake the brush harder. Because what you're having to do is you're having to fight against gravity. Now that's just at a 45-degree angle. I'm sure if you did it like this, I don't know. That's why I need more people to do a lather whip. Because my technique is sort of locked. I mean, I'm here, but I'd like to see how others achieve this. I suppose you could do it like that, like this. I don't know. Is this making any sense? All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and just do a lather, and that's it. We'll do a nice billowy lather, and then I'll jump off camera. That'll be the end of it. All right. Now, budget, when you were doing that, I was watching your video when you were doing that, I almost saw lather fly into your eyes, bro. I'm telling you, man. Throw in some shades. Because inevitably, invariably, you will get lather in your eyes. So I wet the face. All right, wet the face. We're going to use some of this Holy Black. This is that Nag Champa Super Hit. And this just came out and I just scored a puck again. So Super Hit. Oh my God, this is probably the most accurate Nag Champa. And you guys know this. I'm burning incense right now. I mean, look at that. My incense literally just burned out. So, oh man. So I absolutely love this. And so I can start using this again because they made some. Cool, huh? It's awesome how that works. Oh, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and wet the brush. You want to wet the brush with the hottest water you can get. Use the hottest water you can take. I mean, it should be scalding. Warm. You want to warm these bristles up. You want to soften the hair up. This hair should be soft. I like to soak. Sometimes I'll soak my brush for like 20 minutes, and that sounds disgusting. All right. All right, let's do this. Okay, Nag Champa now. Most people don't lather whip Holy Black. I've never seen somebody actually lather whip Holy Black. So budget, could you lather whip some Holy Black? The reason why I asked lather whipping Holy Black is because when I used to just scrub out Holy Black, it would dissipate. The lather wasn't all that. But when I would lather whip this, I definitely had some interesting, if not better, results. So let's go ahead and lather whip this. Holy Black doesn't have a name for their base. It's just like secret stash base or something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm just so darn excited that Budget has done it. It's so cool, man. All right, let's go ahead and load the brush. So when I load this brush, you can bloom the water. You can. I find if you bloom, a lot of the times when you bloom, it releases too much soap and you get this kind of syrupy mess. So I like to soak my brush, leave about 20% water in the brush, and then I just start loading. And you'll see all this proto lather. I just try to work that proto lather into the brush. You want to get this brush just saturated, because if you run out of soap in the brush, no lather whip. That's just how it goes. All right. Let's see here. There are times too I actually shake off some of that proto lather because it's just you want the lather mixture in your brush to be thick and pasty, because you're essentially going to add water to the brush, add the force through the lather whip, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the proto lather because I want to build a base on my whisker area. So let's do that right now. Okay. All right. So you see, press down like that, and just work that soap into that knot. You'll see when I do that. Take that little cup, boom. See that? Saturate this knot. You got to saturate it. Hold up. You got to completely saturate the knot. All right. See, I'll show you my problem with these soaps. All right. Let's go ahead and. This is just getting a base. You want there to be a base of soap on your face platform, or like a sort of like a launch pad, if you will. And there it is. And so, all right, that's like step number one. Get that base on your face. See here, and you'll see that. There it is, the ring of death. That's why I haven't used this on camera, guys, because I knew it was that close. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's like, all right, that's the Holy Black. So cool. All right. Okay, so from here, I got, there's the brush is loaded, but it's still thick. It's real. It's not going to come out. You know, it's not going to come out. It's not going to whip out. You can shake this, and it's not going to. I could shake some cream out, but it's not going to be the kind of cream I want. So we got to go from here is. Sorry. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my first touch of water. Got the base, got the soap, hot water, and then shake it out. So you touch it and shake it out. So now I'm going to work this water into the mixture. What I'm doing is I'm building the mixture in this brush. There's a lot of soap in here. It needs to be mixed. So I'll use a scrub technique to a mix. And you'll see that the soap starts coming out, the brush. Take that soap and put it right back in. And spin your brush once in a while. Otherwise it'll get lopsided. Yep. Alright, so I'm close. This is it. And you can feel it. You can tell, you can feel it. There's shave cream in here, but it's not going to come out. So I can tell by weight now, just by the weight of this, that it's ready to be lather whipped. All right, so like I said earlier, there's two ways I can lather whip this. I can start here and go across. Let's do that. Let's try that technique. It's 15. Okay, we're good. All right. So we're just going to go across like this, like that. We'll do that for the first one, and then I'll go into a second one. Okay. All right. Wait, hold. So I really seriously don't want to get soap into my eyes. I need a little bit more water. Rub that water in. All right. Now, what all I'm doing is the tips. Notice how this was the easy stuff to get, but now that there's less cream in the brush now, so. Then you take some of the rest and you paint it in there. That's the essence of a lather whip, guys. It's not as hard as you think. As soon as you get your mixture figured out, then you can just distribute it as you need it, literally. And so of course there's a mess a little bit. So that was like the first way, is all the way across. And go ahead and show you the second way. Oh. How y'all doing today? Good? I know it's another video, but I'm just so excited that somebody figured out how to do this that I want to share what I have with you. Budget, and I want you to run with it, man. Just learn it. I want you to show it on camera as verifiable proof that this is a legitimate technique. It's a new technique, but I love it. It adds a dimension to shaving that's fun. It tests soaps in different ways. The lathers are warmer. Still love bowls, don't get me wrong. All right. So you'll see that even though I use a lot of cream, there's still some cream in there. But I could have whipped this out. I could have put the rest down. So let's go ahead and rinse out the brush, and we'll do so that was the first lather, was going straight across. I noticed that after a while, I just, like having to, I wanted to switch arms, because my shoulder is getting, tired. So that's where I had to teach myself how to lather whip ambidextrously. And it was no easy task, I'll tell you that, man. I mean, you think shaving with your left hand is weird? Try lather whipping, man. But I have no doubt you guys can do it. If I can do it, you guys can do it. All right, let's go in for a second one. Coffee, I mean. Okay. Soak the brush. I'll show you again. We're gonna do it again. We'll do it. I'll do how I lather it again. I just soak the brush, man. There's still a lot of water in there. All right, let's do it. Yeah. And eventually, if you guys do a lather whip long enough, it's like driving a car, like a stick shift. It just becomes second nature, First gear, second gear, third gear. right now is the load. I want to get as much soap into this brush. Sometimes you do have to ditch proto lather, contrary to popular belief. You want thick, pasty lather in the brush. You add water as you go. Alright. That's why I burn through so much soap, guys. And you'll see it if you adopt the lather whip technique. This lather whip technique, you will see that you'll start burning through soap. No doubt. Full saturation right here. See? That's it. Ton of soap in there. I always use a ton of soap, guys. You know this. Rinse this out. Have you guys having a good week? Appreciate y'all stopping by. This is I don't normally do 4 vids in a week, but I think this is an exception because of the lather whip. I think it deserves a tutorial like this. All right, there it is. Every shaver hobby's worst nightmare. There it is. Dang. Good thing I got some more, man. All right. Same thing. You want to build that base of lather on your face. And I like using 60mm bores because look at that. Look at the surface area. It's less work. It really is. Less work. And that's why I do a lather whip, because believe it, honestly, guys, I think it's less work than bowl lathering. I just do, personally. Roll it back into your brush. Spin your brush. I usually use the right side of my cheek to do the most of the preparation and the scrubbing into the brush. I can use my left though. All right, let's add some water. Got the base and I got my brush loaded. Step 1. Or maybe this is probably, I don't know. I don't know what the steps are, guys. I never tried to like step out this technique. I just, let's see here. All right. Hot water. Dip the tips. Now listen to this. I'm going to dip the tips and shake out the brush. Listen. That's it. There's still. Then I'm going to work that lather in, or work the water into the lather to get this paste in the brush. Base. Right there. Spin. Spin. I spin because the brush gets lopsided and you want you want it to be uniform. All right. Now I can tell this is going to whip out good. All right. So cool. Yeah, so I've been thinking like for guys who feel, or for fellas, or anyone who figures out a lather whip, I've been thinking like, I was thinking about designing like a really cool like just like a special edition brush just for folks that have figured out lather whipping. So budget shaver, contact me on Instagram, and I definitely want to give you credit. So once I do roll out, it's like, let's say a brush or something, it's going to be something, maybe a brush, maybe a soap dock, something cool, something that's not going to break my bank. But yeah, so I'd like to honor your achievement, man. So very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and go into this. Going to lather whip. Okay, so you want your last hot water. I just use one more. Throw in these shades. Wipe off the Mary. Dip. All right, so this is the second way I learned how, is just to do my right first and then switch over ambidextrously and do my left. So let's go ahead and get into that. No more coffee, so all right. So what I like to do sometimes is shake the brush and then lower it into your face. So like this. Now you notice like sometimes I'll just puff out my cheek to meet the brush. Well, that's enough for me, but it's up to you. I could put more on there, but that looks good to me. Switch over to your neck tan. Same thing. Start up here. Go to the top of your cheek. Do it again, watch. Now, see, there's something about Mary. You'll get something about Mary with the lather whip, guys. It's unavoidable. I also use my jawline. So when I start running out of soap, I'll tease that soap with my jawline like this. But every shaver is different. It's up to you. And then I'll transition. This hand is tired now, so I'll transition over to my right. Last move is I want to empty all the shave cream out in my brush. Hit your neck. Clear your lips. You've lather whipped. Here's how much shave cream is in there. I could have used this for a second pass. I could have went into a second lather whip, but it's not going to be as voluminous as this. I can tell you that. All right, guys. I know I've shared a lot. This video was off the cuff. I want to thank the Budget Shaver for reaching out to me, and I want to congratulate him personally for his achievement. I believe you are the first shaver to achieve the lather whip. So good on you. Good on you, man. Run on. Guys, I'm going to go refill this cup with some awesome coffee. Going to go have me a good day, work out, do that kind of stuff. So guys, stay safe out there. Shave Cave out.